Love is Blind Season 9 is a hot mess express. People have been going home left and right, and at this rate, it's gonna be me, Nick, Vanessa, and Tate's Take talking to each other at the reunion. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Nay. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Love is Blind Season 9, episodes 4 through 6. So if you haven't seen them yet and you do not want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on episodes 4 through 6, but of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop your thoughts below if you do want to participate in the conversation, and give this video a like and a hype before you go. Also, after you're done watching this video, go check out my Vlogtober content. I will be linking the playlist below. Next Vlogtober video is out Friday, I believe. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sitting again today. I threw some of y'all off when I was standing on yesterday's video. Y'all, you know, sometimes I like to stand. I'm sorry, I did not mean to catch y'all off guard. I will never stand again. I apologize. You guys have caught me. I don't want my whole knee to be a knee. Whenever my knee's in the video, I just feel weird because it's just like a knee. But y'all have caught me on a Sunday night. It is 8:36. I am not a night owl. I should be in dreamland right now, but I'm dedicated. Okay, so I'm here to record this video. All that to say, you've caught me glasses on because I'm gonna roll out of this chair and roll right into my bed. So I'm also trying to be in support of the glasses wearers because, you know, Anton didn't want to wear his glasses, and I'm like, you know, we out here, okay? So let's get into it. Do y'all remember Leo and Brittany from season 7 and how their very awkward reveal went? That's how I felt watching the reveal for Patrick and Kacie. And I really don't appreciate being forced to sit and watch that. We know how it ended, and of course we're gonna get into it, but I do want to start from that reveal because when I was watching it, it just felt like I was watching Kacie in real time try to get over the fact or try to belittle the fact that she didn't like the way that Patrick looked. It was like she kept looking at the ring and being like, but the ring, oh, it's so beautiful. Do you guys see it? Production, do you see it? It's so beautiful. It's so shiny.
I mean, look at this. Yeah. I can't stop looking at my ring. I don't want to give this back.
Why?
Because you're here now.
And it's like, girl, that ring could be as shiny and as beautiful as it wants to be. That's still not gonna change that you're not attracted to Patrick. She kept saying it's so beautiful, which to me translated into the ring is worth it, the ring is worth it, the ring is worth it, the ring is like, that's what every time she said it's so beautiful, I was like, no, she's trying to justify not being attracted to him because the ring is worth it and marriage is worth it and saying that you did it is worth it. As if being with him was just a means to an end, which maybe it was, and she eventually just couldn't push through, but it felt like it was a means to an end. Now, I said this last video, most people are not willing to push through the lack of attraction, and she showed us why and showed us how it's done. Patrick was like, yay, we're engaged. I love her pheromones, and struggling to say the word pheromones.
To smell her pheromones. I don't know the right word right now.
Meanwhile, Kacie was like, yay, rah rah, we're engaged. You know, there was absolutely no enthusiasm
To being engaged.
Can you believe it?
She was not feeling it. It hurt me to watch it. And in the end, she couldn't even give him the human decency of flat out saying, I don't want to be with you because I'm not attracted with you, even though we saw her tell production that that was the reason mere hours before. In fact, she was beating around the bush so much that he didn't even realize he was being broken up with. The way she was saying it was like, I just can't be here right now. He was like, that's cool, we could go home. We don't got to be on a show, we could go home. And she was like, yeah, no, I just can't do this. I love you, I just can't do this. And he's like, we don't have to do the show, we could go home.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like, trust me.
But like, keep going.
It's gonna just be too much pressure. Let's go back home. We'll have a lot of fun now. Okay? Don't worry, we can take it slow. We can slow it down.
No, I don't. It's not that I don't love you.
Yeah.
I don't want to slow it down that way.
And it's painfully obvious to all of us that she's saying, no, I don't want to be with you. But she wouldn't say it. And I felt like that was such a cop-out on her part. Like, girl, say it with your chest. You're not attracted. It's okay. But you over here crying. Nobody want to see them white girl tears. Say what you got to say. It was annoying to watch. And look, y'all know that I am of the school of belief that love is not blind and attraction does matter. And this is exactly why. Not being attracted doesn't make you a villain. You're not inherently a villain for not being attracted to him. You want to know what makes you the villain? Tiptoeing around it and not flat out breaking up with him. That makes you look like you don't have a heart. Tell him what you told production.
Fortunately, don't think like my attraction to him is gonna grow that much.
And the really messed up part about Patrick being the one that this is happening to is that he already has a complex around being Asian. He already feels like people aren't attracted to him because he's Asian. And that's how he's gonna feel about this when it's not about that. She's just not attracted to you, period. Not because you're Asian, just you are not her type. Period, at the end of that sentence. And so this is just going to be another thing that he's going to have to grapple with. And I hate that for him. And I really do hope that after this show, he sought out some therapy, because I think he needed it before he got here. Outside of all of that, Kacie sounds like she came on this show with a man. A man who, in fact, wanted her to go on a different dating show just for the clout and said that he would be waiting for her when she got back home. Now, apparently for this show, he said, I won't be here when you get back. I don't believe that. I very much think, just like Patrick said, that man is her backup plan. He's her fallback plan. And she ran right back to him when she left the show, because that man was damn sure not an ex. She also might be a recruit for this show, and so this behavior checks out.
Did you watch Love is Blind before you came on to Love is Blind?
Yeah. How'd they find you?
I actually just applied.
Recruits never come on here being serious. And then, because she didn't like where that conversation about her not ex was going, she segued into the most awkward conversation about sex that I've ever heard in my life. And Patrick was giving her absolutely nothing in return, which made it even more awkward.
And I'll kiss you from your neck all the way down.
It felt so damn one-sided. Please take me out of the group chat. I did not ask to be here. Next up is Sleepy Sloppy Joe. Where the hell do I start? You know, I said that he wasn't attracted to Madison during their reveal because he couldn't keep eye contact. He couldn't, you know. It was very clear that he wasn't attracted to her physically. And sometimes it's hard to read that on camera. In this situation, it was not hard to read. I was 100% spot on, and I think anybody who was watching it could tell. And because of the fact that he's not attracted to her, he's resorted to treating her like shit.
What do you think?
Sorry, I was...
No, I gotta get this motherfucker.
This is exactly the type of man who would ask for your number on the street, and then when you don't give it to him, he'd be like, you ain't cute anyway, bitch. Like, that's the energy that he's giving. Because when you realize you're not attracted to her, now all of a sudden you're gonna treat her like she ain't shit. Like, that's how you're treating her. I will say this though, watching him try to tiptoe around explaining that she wasn't his type, I give him grace on that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all know that these interwebs are very quick to cancel somebody because of opinions.
I am into thinner women, I would say, usually. That's just a preference, you know, but not saying I wouldn't, be interested in somebody that's got a more, you know, larger physique. I mean, I like that's fucking terrible too. Anyway.
And he was trying to say it in a socially acceptable way. Basically, he was trying to keep it cute, but it came off as awkward. And I say I give him grace because you know the internet will take something like that and be like, he said she was fat. He said he doesn't like fat girls. He's a knitter. And it's like he never said that. But that's what y'all hear. Not y'all. Y'all have common sense, I'm well aware. But that's what people hear. And so he was trying to make it so that his words couldn't be chopped and screwed. I understand that as a YouTuber. Anybody could take any piece of something that I say and be like, look what she said, and it's completely out of context. And the internet doesn't care that it's out of context. The internet runs with it, and when they get new information, they don't go back and say, hey, I got new information, I'm sorry. They run with the narrative that was originally created. So I understand wanting to be very careful with choosing your words. And it's actually really interesting because society has forced people to want to be so incredibly PC that we have done a 360, and yes, I mean 360, not 180. We have done a 360 and we're back around to being not PC. It reminds me of that time when Rihanna was first launching Savage X Fenty, and she was saying, oh, this line is for everybody, men, women, non-binary cultures, unborn baby. She was trying to make sure that it was for everybody. She wanted to be so inclusive because she was afraid that somebody would take it out of context and say that she wasn't being inclusive.
And he designed some boxer briefs that both men and women and non-binary people of all gender appropriations and the pronouns, everyone is included.
That's what that reminded me of. So if y'all gonna give him a hard time for anything, don't give him a hard time for that, because society has made it so that people have to speak that way. And this might be my very own unpopular opinion, but he doesn't have to like Madison's physique. And I don't even think she's big or whatever word you want to use, but he doesn't have to like her. He's entitled to like his women as thin as can be. That's his right. That's his prerogative. He can like that, because a preference is a preference, and there's nothing wrong with having a preference. In fact, the only time that I have a problem with a preference is when it comes at the expense of the people who are not the preference. And what I mean by that is black men, and I know this because I'm black and it's, you know, it's in my sphere. Black men who date white women come in varying types, but one type that is the most frustrating is the type of black man who dates white women, and they don't just say, yeah, my preference is white women, I'm attracted to white women. What they say is, I like white women because black women X, Y, and Z. Because baby, why am I in this? What? You said you like white women. You could have stopped right there. You didn't have to say you like them because, you like them but. No, it sounds like you're obsessed. Sounds like you're obsessed with black women and you're using white women as a way to kind of get around that. That's when I think preferences are weird. That's when it becomes like, okay, it's not a preference, you just like have hatred in your heart, and that I don't like. Love who you love and leave me the hell out of it. All that said, that is the only grace that he's getting from me, because what the hell was he doing at this mixer? Again, not being attracted to her doesn't make you a villain, but treating her poorly because you're not attracted to her makes you a villain. And he actually took it a step further and said, oh, I was not at peace when I first saw you.
I was not at peace at first. Like, I'm at peace now. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Okay.
How you not at peace? Your soul is bothered by this? Come on, get real. He got sloppy drunk and maybe even a little bit high, because I'm gonna be real, I've been drunk before and I ain't never been drunk like that. That's a whole other level of drunk that he was. Sloppy drunk at that mixer. He was sloppy drunk after he woke up. He embarrassed himself and Madison on top of it. And I replayed this next scene about 3 to 4 times because I was really trying to make sure I heard what I thought I heard. And I'm still unclear. I'm gonna play it for y'all and y'all let me know.
Oh, she left.
Does it sound like he said thank you under his breath to Jordan for getting Madison to walk away because he didn't want to be around her? Because that's what it sounded like to me, but I'm not quite sure that's what I heard. And then after she got back to the room, he was still clearly incoherent, didn't know what the hell was going on, and he was trying to blame it on that I just woke up fog. And it's like, yeah, we've all woken up before. We're well aware that sometimes when you wake up you're in a daze, you're in a haze because you're kind of coming out of that dream state. And maybe this is different for other people, but I've never had that last more than a few seconds. Like, I have memories of my mom waking me up like random, like if I was late for school or something and she wake me up and she say something, don't forget to take the meat out before I get home. And it's like, I didn't hear you say that because I'm still half asleep. But that lasts like seconds. I'll give you a minute at most. It's never lasted a minute for me. I give you a minute at most though. It don't last 5 to 10 minutes like it lasted for him. So I don't know why he kept saying, no, I just woke up. I was confused. I just woke up.
I just came back from the pool party.
Seriously?
Yes.
You were there at the pool party tonight?
What? Joe, can you please just drink some water?
What do you mean I'm being incoherent? I feel like I probably took a nap.
Because you left the pool party because you were so fucked up.
No, don't quit saying that. Jesus Christ. That was literally me waking up.
You were confused because you were inebriated. That's why you were confused. And to gaslight her and make it sound like she just didn't know what she was talking about, like she didn't just experience what we all watched her experience, is crazy. He also said the only time that he tells her he loves her first is when they're having sex. And that's manipulative. We all know it is. Saying it in that moment is messed up to someone who you are saying that you love. You clearly don't love her. On to Nick and Annie, the 2 undercover conservatives. Now look, I can't discuss them without discussing the politics of it all. And so I'm gonna open the floor up for you all to discuss it. As always, in the rare occasions when we do have to discuss politics on my channel, we keep it to the topics at hand. We don't go off on tangents, getting into arguments about politics. This country is in too much turmoil for me to invite that type of conversation into my comment section. And so if I see people going back and forth about unrelated topics in the comments, I'm just going to delete them, and I'm going to just let you know that now. I come to YouTube for peace and a little bit of tea from reality TV shows. I can't have the political system in America creeping its way in. So we're going to keep it to us on topic at hand in the show. Anyway, I say undercover conservative because when he was talking to Kait, he didn't mention anything about being this super traditional, old school conservative man. But as soon as he picked up that little bit of comfortability from Annie, he was like, oh, I could tell her how I really feel. I could tell her I'm an old school, traditional Christian man. I don't care if you're a conservative. I care about the racism. That's the part we don't like, by the way, just in case there was confusion. I don't care that you're a hard, old school Christian conservative man. I care that you hate people who are not like you. That's where that's the part that kind of peeves me, you know? So really what I think happened is he picked up that him and Annie were cut from the same cloth and he was like, oh, I could bring this up. The way that him and Annie talk about how they would react if one of their children ended up being gay was very bizarre for 2025 because they made it sound like being gay is a choice or a trend or something. And at their big ages of 28 and 32, I just don't understand how they have navigated the world thus far thinking that being gay is a choice. It's almost comical. It's like, how do you think that still at your big age? Frontal lobe fully developed, mind you.
How would you react if at some point your child told you they were LGBTQ+?
Like, I'll support my kids, but making sure that they're, like, informed. Like, do you know what you're doing? Like, do you know what you're getting into? Like, do you know what you're signing up for?
Do you feel like it's a fad or something
100%.
that's like, start having those thoughts like too young, and maybe I'm old-fashioned, but it's like a concern for me because who's telling you that?
Informed about what exactly? Sexual attraction? To the people who think like this, I only have one question and answer it quickly. Who informed you that you were heterosexual? The answer is no one, because no one ever did that. No one ever walked up to you as a little 4 or 5-year-old and said, you like boys. Or if you're a man, you like girls. Nobody said that to you because that's insane. That's not how it works. I was like, that's why I say it's comical. It's like, that's literally not how it works. I vividly remember having a crush on a boy in pre-K. His name was Edward. Edward, if you watching, what you doing now, boy? In fact, our teachers realized that we had a little crush going on and they purposely sat us next to each other. And I remember that memory because one day my aunt picked me up and she was like, oh, like who's, they look like they're like good friends. And I overheard my teacher saying, yeah, they kind of like each other. That's how natural attraction is formed. Of course, as a kid, you don't know anything about, the sexual nature of it, but you're attracted to who you're attracted to. And so I never understood people thinking that gay is a choice because who the hell would choose to live their life hated by you people? Look how y'all treat them. Why would anybody choose that? It's stupid to think that it's a choice, and it's dumb to think that people choose it when you can't even recall choosing to be straight. You just woke up one day, you saw a boy, you liked him. If you were a lesbian, you woke up one day, you saw a girl, and you said, yeah, that's what I like. That's how it happened. That's how natural it is. And so I just don't understand why this is still a topic of conversation. I had a crush on Edward when I was in pre-K. And had I been destined to be a lesbian, that crush would have been on a girl. And the elephant in the room here is that Nick would have had a crush on Edward too. And I say this respectfully, Nick, it is okay to be gay. It's okay to be conservative and gay. I'll do you one better. You can be a Christian man and still be gay. I empower you to make that choice because it sounds like you've had something going on where somebody made you feel like it's not okay. You can be a Christian man and be gay. God will accept you. He accepts everybody, all his children. No tea, no shade. And Nick, I know you know what that means because that is gay culture lingo. And I usually avoid putting this sort of label on men who say that they're heterosexual because I understand the stigma that comes with being gay. And I know the demons, I understand. Well, I don't personally understand. But I feel for the demons that super conservative Christian gay men face in having to deal with the fact that they know they're gay, but they won't admit it to themselves because everyone in their circle tells them. I feel for him. I truly, truly feel for him. My heart breaks for him that he can't be himself. And so I usually stay away from labeling that because I know it can be touchy. But Brenden was sharing a space with this man, and he said the same thing.
Then I'm looking around like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I'm right, dude.
I mean, maybe my judgment's a little off.
In fact, Nick's own mama thought that he was gay. So maybe you need to talk to your mama about that. And Annie is also displaying some toxic masculinity because she keeps talking about how she wants this rough man with a beard. She wants a mountain man.
Not the mountain man I envisioned. Like, he is so cute and like clean cut and just like blunt and like light eyes and just so cute. I was fully ready for him to have a beard like down to his chest and his like work boots. And he didn't. I would have loved that too.
And she wants a man who looks rugged like that and has that stereotype because that's what the far right has told her a man looks like. And so she's also a victim. I'm sorry, both of y'all are victims. I feel for y'all. And because of that, she's never going to see Nick as a man, and Nick is never going to see her as a man. And so this relationship is doomed for failure. And if it does happen and they do go through with the marriage, it's a lavender marriage. And then Annie's outrage towards Brenden for not taking the initiative and saying that he wants her. Nick didn't do that either. He was talking to Kait for a very long time. He told Kait he loved her. You don't know that yet in this batch of episodes, but he told Kait that he loved her right before telling you, in fact. Annie is just another girl who said yes to the first man who asked her. And she even admitted that herself.
When I told you yesterday, yes, I made another, like, I had another connection. Like, he hasn't even been there the whole time. Like, it just was like, hard and fast, and it was like...
And so asking Brenden to fight for you is actually crazy. You told Nick that you loved him, and so you got the man that you deserve. You and Nick deserve each other. And to Nick, I say this truly with love and compassion. It is okay to come out the closet. It's getting dark in there anyway.
I haven't hit it yet.
You're lying.
I'm telling y'all, I got to hit before marriage.
If I don't hit before getting married, I'm gonna start questioning shit.
Let's get into Edmond and his emotional support pick. I really do not like when men say hit when they're referring to having sex with a woman. And maybe this is just a thing that doesn't bother other women, but it deeply bothers me because it sounds like you're reducing having sex with me down to just a hit, like just something to check off. And especially when it's someone that you're actively pursuing, and in this case, someone you're engaged to and you want to marry, being like, well, I gotta hit before marriage. I gotta hit. I hope she sees that and she's just like, ew, because I hate that word. It's belittling to me as a woman for someone to be like, I ain't even hit yet. And you won't. You never will. And then crying real tears over the fact that y'all haven't had sex is actually crazy. Sir, you are 29. May I introduce you to your hand? I will say though, I do believe that Edmond is a bit to a lot touch deprived, because when he was kissing that floor a couple of episodes ago, he said,
Wow.
Dang, it felt good kissing something right now too, bro. I ain't kissed nothing in so long.
and so yeah, he's crashing out. He's definitely crashing out. And Kalybriah is absolutely right. If he didn't know that other people were having sex, he wouldn't be having this crash out because he wouldn't feel alone. But now he feels like he's the only boy in the locker room that's not having sex. And so he feels a way about it. I had already written down the fact that Edmond was acting like a nice guy. And then he actually said it and I was like, oh, he is a nice guy. And if you don't know what a nice guy is, it's a Reddit thread r/nice guys, and it's basically a thread where people go to share text messages and interactions with men who consider themselves to be nice guys. But the catch is that they're actually not that nice. They're actually self-centered. Some of them are narcissists, but they feel like they're being nice, and so women owe them sex. And so they'll say things like, I'm being so nice to you and I can't believe that you're not entertaining me. It's the same, nice guys are the same kind of guys that I referred to earlier, who will ask for your number, call you beautiful, say you're sexy, and then when you turn down their advances, they call you a bitch and say you're not cute anyway. Or worse. We know in some cases they'll do worse than that. That's what a nice guy is. It's kind of like, I'm being so nice to you, like how dare you not give me sex?
I'm the only dude on the trip that ain't get to have sex with you. I'm giving you my all. You let dudes that ain't even care about you, and you like, I don't give a fuck about it, you let them have sex with you? The fucking nice guys wanna fuck me up. I'm too fucking nice. They be fucking me up. I'm too fucking nice. I'm too fucking nice. It's fucking weird, yo.
Wanna talk to me?
It's like I'm too nice. And I heard that. I know that. I get told that.
Sir, nobody owes you. Nobody owes you sex. I don't know. Y'all need to tell these little boys that y'all raising. Y'all need to let them know nobody owes you anything. The world is not, just like women are told that no one owes them anything. Women don't owe y'all sex. Especially not y'all 2025 men. Not y'all 2025 men. Y'all not even building houses anymore, please. But yeah, nice guys feel like sex is a prize that they're owed for being nice. Edmond is stereotypical nice guy. And Spider Legs, I saw your comment about saying that Edmond might be on the spectrum. But I'm gonna be frank. People be using their mental disorders as crutches and as excuses a lot in today's society. Oh, I act that way because I'm neurodivergent. I don't care. And I say that with love, and I say that with someone who also, has general anxiety, social anxiety. I have my own mental health issues that I deal with. It's not an excuse, especially if you are functioning. I give you a little bit more grace if you are someone who's not functioning. Some of y'all know that my little sister has Down syndrome. She has an actual cognitive delay. Like she's a neurodivergent child. I give her all the passes in the world, not because she's my sister, but because she actually doesn't know any better. Some of y'all are full-grown adults walking around using I'm neurodivergent as a crutch and as an excuse as to why you're a shitty person. And that is where I draw the line. And I'm not saying that that's what Edmond does. To our knowledge, we don't even know if he knows that he's neurodivergent. And so since he is wanting to exist as a functioning person, I say to him, go get tested and find out. And then you can at least work through it, because you can't go through the world like this. No one owes you anything. I'm sorry, but no one owes you anything. She doesn't owe you sex. You don't get to cry to get your way. Like, that's not how adults function in the world. And so if you're going to be a functioning adult in the world, then you can't behave that way. You don't get to cry and throw a tantrum when you don't get your way. I'm sorry. I will say though, whoever picked the music for this scene, spot on. Give him a raise. Now, a little about my girl Kalybriah. She keeps saying that she's tired of being strong. She's tired of being independent. She wants a protector. I think she's not saying it, but she wants a provider. And look, if you want to live that soft girl life, you got to be very clear and explicit when you want that. You can't tiptoe around. I'm tired of being strong. No, you have to say, I want a man who's going to, I want a big dog. I want a man who's going to show up and be strong. You have to say that explicitly, because not saying it explicitly is going to lead to resentment when the man isn't showing up in that way. And so she gave Edmond this hypothetical, what if a man was pulling on me in the club? And Edmond's like, I'm not fighting no man. And I don't think he should either. I don't want that type of conflict. But she wanted him to be like, I'm gonna fight for you, baby. And she's just never gonna get that from him. And so if that's what she wants, then she needs to be very clear and upfront and say that that's what she wants. And then she needs to go find it, because she's not gonna get that from him. He's not that type of person. Now, when it comes to Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan, I still don't know if Megan is quite the woman for him. Like, I still get, like, I feel like they're not a match. But she absolutely made the right choice in not picking Mike, because he was never the right choice regardless of who her other options were. Mike is just such a loser. I don't use that word often to describe people because I feel like it's mean girl coded, and I don't want to be a mean girl. I love Queen though, and I'm just hearing We Are the Champions play. That part when they're like, loser, loser. Like, that's what I hear when I see Mike. He's a loser. He's an asshole. He's like, what do you think of tattoos? Jordan's tatted up like a Chipotle bag. I can never tat this canvas. My body's a temple, and, you know, this is a Beamer. I can't put bumper stickers. Shut up. Shut up, bro. Nobody wants to hear it. Please. You're arrogant, and it's not a good look. Men who have money and have swag and look good are attractive. But you know what makes you immediately not attractive? Arrogance. Nobody wants an arrogant man or woman. Nobody wants to be with an arrogant person. It's a turnoff. It's gross. Ew. Humble yourself. Have some decorum.
Are you faulting me?
I'm not faulting you. I'm just testing you a little bit.
Talking about he was testing Megan. Yeah, and he was going to continue to test her for the entirety of that relationship. Because that's the kind of man he is. And then frickin' Frack over here.
You're such a fucking catch. You're literally the most eligible bachelor that I've ever seen. It's her loss.
I didn't want to say it in there, but I was thinking it.
Yeah, of course both of y'all feel that way. Because both of y'all are annoying AF. And Nick is fake as hell because he was like, oh, I didn't know that you guys shared a number one. You did know. Y'all were just talking about it. Jordan, you aren't off the hook though. Because I open mouth gasped when I heard him say this.
No.
You're wasting water, dude.
First off, don't call me dude. Secondly, mind your business. I guarantee that's something he said to his son before, and in that moment, he had a flashback to telling his son, like, dude, don't waste the water. And it's like, okay, no. And something that's interesting for me in particular, it's a texture noise thing. You know, some people have things about like textures and they can't eat certain foods. I'm like that with angel hair pasta. I can't. The texture is gross to me. But I'm like that with brushing my teeth. I don't like the sound that the toothbrush makes. It truly is a texture thing. And also I have a cap on one of my teeth. That's a whole nother. I'm getting into my whole dental lifestyle, child. If y'all care to know, I'll go into the story about that another time maybe. But I have a cap on one of my teeth in the front, and so when I brush it, it sounds different than the other teeth because it's not a real tooth. And I hate the sound that it makes. I hate the texture. And so actually when I brush my teeth, I have AirPods in to block out the noise, and I run the water, and I have the fan on in the bathroom because the texture makes me get that. I don't know, if you don't have a texture or sound issue, then you won't understand. But for the girls who get it, I have to make all that noise, and so I have to run water when I brush my teeth. So if he says something like that to me, I'll probably smack his hand out of the way and turn my water back on, because like, thinking about the noise is just like giving me that feeling. Lastly, we have Anton and Allie. Not too much on them, but money is absolutely going to be a topic of conversation in this relationship. Dare I say it's going to be a problem in this relationship. And I don't know how well off Anton is, but it's not enough for Allie. She's joking about it now, but she absolutely is going to make it a problem that ring is $5,000 and not $10,000. Absolutely going to make it. She's joking, but she's not joking. And I hope that Anton knows that.
Listen, after spending $5,000 on that ring, I couldn't afford an vacation anyway, so we had to do this.
5. It needs to be like 10.
Whoa, you're with the wrong guy.
And he should, because he shouldn't miss anything, because he's the type of person who kisses with his eyes open. Very bizarre. it would creep me out. This season 9 batch of singles is just so bad. They're so bad. They're gonna go down as one of the worst seasons of Love is Blind. It's just not a good batch of people. I don't know who casted these people. We got people in the closet, people who are super arrogant, people dipping out the show in the pods. You know, it's just a bad mix. I see y'all for the next batch, either on Wednesday or Thursday, and we can talk about that when it happens. And until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Wait, actually, before I go, what are y'all snacking on right now? I'm so interested. I am obsessed with this Trader Joe's Tres Leches cake right now, and I just want to know if anybody else is snacking on something good. Let me know. I'm obsessed with it. It's so delicious, and it is the one thing I allow myself now, you know, because I be trying to be in the gym or whatever. But it's so good. What's the snack y'all obsessed with right now? Because I buy this every single time, and I'll be like, I shouldn't get it, but it's so delicious. So I'm curious about what y'all snacking on right now. Drop it in the comments. Yeah, that was good. That was a good take. For Patrick and what's the girl name? Shit. If you do want to participate in the, I'm probably not gonna start editing it. Who am I kidding? Once I take this SanDisk card out, I am gonna start editing it. So it's Sunday night. It's 8:30 p.m. and I'm here to record this. And fingers crossed, I get it out early tomorrow. So I might do a light edit. I don't know. It's not really a rush, right? As long as I get it to y'all before Wednesday, y'all be okay. So anyway.
This is not a test.